Hi families, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to access SeeSaw. SeeSaw is very similar to Google Classroom, but it's meant for younger students because it's a little bit more user-friendly for our kiddos that are in kinder and first grade. So just like with any of our resources, we will start at the San Juan Portal. This is where you get to Zoom, Google Classroom, and everything you'll need and your student will need for their online learning. So I'm going to sign in as a student so that you're able to see what that looks like from a student perspective. So once I log in into my student's account, this is what your screen will look like. Now you have your Zoom here, your Google Drive, all of these should be familiar to you, as well as Google Classroom. Lots of times Seesaw links may be put into Google Classroom, but for right now, we are going to go right into our Seesaw. So you can always use the search tool to search for Seesaw just by typing in SEE to find Seesaw. But for right now, I'll also show you how to get to it in your folders. So you can go down to Student, and then you will click Elementary, and then Seesaw is right here at the bottom. Sometimes it may be on the second page. It's probably just easiest to search for it, but just in case you don't remember, you can always find it in the Elementary folder. Once you click Seesaw, it will ask you to log in with Active Directory. This should keep you signed in for the time that you're on your computer. So your student should not need to sign in more than once after they do it in one session on their computer. And then this will take you to your Seesaw. So as you can see, this student is in the first grade class of Miss Frost and Mrs. Swanson. So let me show you just a little bit how to navigate Seesaw. So as you can see, these are all the students, but we're signed in as Muhammad Amani. So this is who we'll be focusing on. So over here in activities, this is where you can see all of the assignments your teacher has given you. Over here, you can see that there's a to-do list, there's ones that the student is working on, and there's assignments that have been completed. There's also the inbox. Inbox is where you can see announcements from your teacher about what's happening in your child's classroom. So let's go to an activity to figure out how to complete it. So these are all of the activities that I need to do. Now for each activity, you can always start by clicking the green Add Response button. I'm going to move to an activity that gives you a good idea of some of the tools that you can use. So we're going to add a response on this activity. Down here are all of the tools that your student will be using. And over here are some other tools. So on every Seesaw assignment, most likely the student will need to be writing something. They can write with the pencil, the pen, the highlighter, or the glow pen. So your teacher will most likely have the instructions that you can listen to by clicking play instructions. So you can use the pen tool to trace things, to build things. You can also change the color on the side. And then if you ever need to move and drag anything, you'll click this hand button, and then you'll be able to click and drag any of the objects or words or pictures that are on the page. Over here is also a typing tool. We recommend for the kinder and first grade students that they're mostly using the pen. However, they can also use the type button to type out ideas. And this is the number 5. So I'm going to type out the number 5. And then over here, your teacher will probably ask you to do a lot of recording. So this will record your voice. So when you press this, if this is your first time using the microphone, a bar may pop up that asks if you would like to let Seesaw use your microphone, and you would click allow or yes. The same thing with the camera. Once your student has completed the entire activity, they can click the green check mark and that will submit their work. Now this is a student's work, so I'm not going to submit it for them. So I'll just go ahead and delete that work that we did. But we can see once they are done, you can see the assignments that your student has completed in their journal. And you can also see the assignments they have completed under the Done button. So that is how you can get to Seesaw through your students' portal. This is super important for students that are in kindergarten and first grade. This is how they will be accessing all of their assignments and schoolwork.